The RBC Heritage is getting ready to tee off at Harbortown Golf Links, and we will be live from the course all week as the tournament begins. WSAV's Andrew Davis is live for us in Harbortown to give us a look at today's festivities.
Well, and today really kicked off a week-long set of traditions, food, fun, and so many more things. 57 years this tournament has been right here, doing everything it can to do what it needs to for the area and to keep those traditions alive, and especially today when it started with a very loud one. That was defending champion Scotty Scheffler officially blasting off this year's RBC Heritage with that tee shot into the Calabogie Sound. The entire ceremony started with a parade from the waterfront down the 18th fairway. Along with those dignitaries and foundation members, you had the Citadel Pipe and Drum Band leading the way. Hundreds of fans packed those stands to get that first look at everything going on, begin the week of golf excitement. Organizers say they work year-round to make this tournament great, and it works. It's bringing in $135 million a year to the area and 1,200 jobs. But the biggest thing the Heritage Classic Foundation does with the money raised from this is help students with scholarship money to go to college and become future leaders.
That's why the foundation does what we do is to give back, and the scholars is a big part of that. And to think of these students, you wish you could give 100 scholars a year. I mean, it's tough now, down to 11. There are so many deserving individuals. But I feel very comfortable and confident they're going to be leaders in this country.
Really just means so much to so many students in our area. Of course, this whole tournament about doing that, but more about the golf than anything else. It's thousands of fans who come out to have a good time out here, but sometimes they can have a little too much fun. That's where those medical crews come in. They talked to Danielle Cobb today about what folks need to know or not know when it comes to keeping themselves safe on the course.
Keeping your body healthy and protected. That's what local health professionals want folks to do this week at the tournament. They're giving tips and some help along the way to prevent the most common injuries and issues they often see. Sunscreen, hats, and proper footwear. That's what Novant health professionals are telling folks to make sure they have if they're coming to the RBC Heritage. They warn that this week is going to be warm and sunny, leading to sunburn or even sun poisoning. The right shoes also make a difference for folks following the entire Harbortown course. They recommend Band-Aids if you aren't used to that much walking. If you're going to drink alcohol, they urge you to drink equal parts water. Sun mixed with alcohol leads to not such an enjoyable time on the course.
That's another big one that we'll see, dehydration. Certainly alcohol is a diuretic, so it's going to make you pee a whole lot more, and so you got to be essentially keeping up with what you're drinking. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be a long, tiring week out here.
They also warn folks of the hairy caterpillars with long antennas. They will sometimes fall from trees and end up on your skin. They say get that off your body immediately and wash that area to prevent an allergic reaction. Danielle Cobb, WSAV News 3, on your side.
And those caterpillars were a big problem last year, according to Danielle and those medical professionals, so be aware of that. Of course, we're keeping a close eye on all the golf out here, too. Yes, they do play golf in between all this. One name to remember when you're out on the course is Bluffton native Brian Campbell. Our sports director, Joey Lamar, talked to him today.
Right now, it feels like everything is moving very fast for Bluffton resident Brian Campbell. He's been living his dream of playing on the PGA Tour, and last week he lived every golfer's dream of playing at the Masters at Augusta National Golf Club. This week, he's a little closer to home. Campbell is originally from Irvine, California, and played collegiately at the University of Illinois, but he moved to the Bluffton area to be closer to his girlfriend. His home golf course is Colleton River. Brian has experienced so many firsts this year, and this week is no different. This is the first time he will play the course at Harbortown Golf Links. The course is shorter, which could help Campbell, who ranks last on the tour in distance off the tee, but he feels confident in his iron game.
Some say the Masters week is a bomber's paradise, and to a certain degree it is. Some holes, I mean, the par 5s especially, you can just eat those up if you got some distance, but the rest of the course is just all positioning, and it's all a second shot course, so you still need to be on with your irons, and this week is more of the same. You got to be in the right positions off the fairways, so getting off the tee is paramount. And then just like last week, you got to really be precise with your irons because the greens are so small. So that's something I'm looking forward to seeing when I get out there.
In the first round, Brian Campbell will tee off at 8:10 a.m. He's paired with Sammy Valimaki. In the second round, they will tee off at 11:20 a.m. Reporting from RBC Heritage, I'm Joey Lamar, WSAV News 3 on your side.
And of course, Brian's just one of them we're watching. Brian Harmon, also out of Savannah. Important. Colin Morikawa here. Of course, defending champion Scotty Scheffler, as we showed you earlier, too. Lots of folks to watch while you're out on the golf course. Maybe the best field they've ever had. We're expecting big crowds and great weather all week long, and we'll be with you all week long, get you everything on and off the course. In Harbortown, Andrew Davis, WSAV News 3 on your side.